Assalamualaikum students, we have done angles in the previous week, the properties of angles. For this week, we'll be revising triangles and quadrilaterals. So your first task is related to the triangles. You have done triangles before. What are the triangles? A triangle is actually a polygon with three sides. Like over here in the figure, you can see that the triangle ABC is having three straight sides. So it's a polygon with three straight sides, and we know that the interior angles of the triangle sum up to 180 degrees. This is the basic property of the triangle which we have done before, that the sum of the interior angles of triangle is equal to 180 degrees. Now, what are the interior angles? Interior angles are the angles which are formed inside the triangle, like over here ACB, ABC, and BAC are actually the interior angles. The triangles can be classified according to the sides, length of the sides, and according to the angles. First, we'll be doing the classification of triangles according to the number of equal sides they have. The first triangle is called equilateral triangle, a triangle with three equal sides. It means that every side of the triangle is of equal length. If every side of the triangle is of equal length, it means that every angle is also same. All the angles in an equilateral triangle is of 60 degrees. Why? Because the sum of the interior angles of triangle is 180 degrees. So if every angle is same, so 180 has to be shared among three angles. So every angle of the equilateral triangle is of 60 degrees. Then comes isosceles triangle. What is an isosceles triangle? An isosceles triangle is a triangle with at least two equal sides. These dash notations show us that these two sides are equal in length. When two sides are equal in length, their base angles are also equal. So if one angle is of 30 degrees, it means that the second angle is also of 30 degrees. This is the basic property of isosceles triangle. Like over here, I can write again. If these two sides are equal in length, their base angles are also same. So let's suppose that this angle is given to us, and they are telling us that this is 60 degrees. Angle C is, instead of 60, we can assume 50 degrees. Angle C is 50 degrees, and we have to find out angle A and angle B. How can we find out angle A and angle B? First, we know that the sum of the interior angles of the triangle is 180 degrees. So we can find out the sum of angle A and B. That would be 180 degrees minus 60 degrees equals to, it was 50 degrees. 130 degrees. And then 130 has to be shared among angle A and angle B equally, because these two angles are equal. So 130 will be divided by 2 and we'll get angle A. So students, this is the basic property of isosceles triangle, and it shows that if you know one angle, you can find out the two equal angles in the triangle, and if one angle of the side which is equal in length is given to you, you can find out the other two angles too. This is the basic property of the isosceles triangle, which will be used later in the questions. Scalene triangle. Now, what is scalene triangle? A scalene triangle is a triangle with no equal side. It means that every side of the triangle is of different length. All the angles in a scalene triangle are also different. Why? Because every length of the side is different, so the angles are also different. Now we'll be doing the classification of triangles according to the angles. Type of angle. Like a triangle with three acute angles is called acute angle triangle. And what are the acute angles? Acute angles are the angles less than 90 degrees. Right angle triangle is a triangle with one right angle. If there is one right angle in the triangle, we call it right angle triangle, and then there is an obtuse angle triangle. If there is one obtuse angle, that is more than 90 degree, there is one obtuse angle in a triangle, we call it obtuse angle triangle. Now there is one property of right angle triangle, that if you know one angle, you know that one angle of the right angle triangle is of 90 degree. So it's very easy to find out the missing angles in right angle triangle. This is 90 degree, and if they are telling you that this one is 30 degree, so we know that the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is always equal to 180 degree. So what are we going to do? We'll subtract 90 and 30 from 180. Whenever we'll be subtracting 90 from 180, we'll get 90 degree, and then 90 minus 30 equals to 60 degree. So students, instead of subtracting 90 from 180 every time, what do? If we know one angle is 90 degree and other one is given to us, we'll subtract this angle from 90 degree to get the third one. I'll repeat it again, that if you know that this angle is 30 degree, we can subtract the value of this angle from 90 degree to get the value of the third angle. So this is the property of right angle triangle, which will be used in questions later. Next is the exterior angle of a triangle. We have done the concept of the interior angle. The angles which are formed inside the triangle are called the interior angles. And what is an exterior angle? Exterior angle is formed by one side of a triangle and a line extended from an adjacent side. So if this is the triangle ABC, exterior angle is formed by one side of a triangle. Let's suppose BC is one side of a triangle and a line extended from an adjacent side. The adjacent side to BC is AB. This is the adjacent side of BC. So when we'll extend this adjacent side, the angle which is formed is called exterior angle. We call it an exterior angle. But it's formed by one side of a triangle and a line that is extended from the adjacent side. So over here, like if AC is one side of a triangle, its adjacent side is BC, we are going to extend it, and the angle formed over here is also exterior angle. Similarly, if AC is the line and BA could be extended over here, this is the exterior angle. We'll take one side of the triangle and we'll take the adjacent extended side of the triangle, and the angle which is formed by these two sides is called the exterior angle, and it is always outside the triangle. Now we'll come to the property of the exterior angle of the triangle, and it is that an exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of its interior opposite angles. What are the interior opposite angles? Look at the figure 11.7 in your book. Angle D is the exterior angle. The adjacent exterior angle, the adjacent interior angle is angle B. We'll not consider it. We have to consider the interior opposite angles. So the interior opposite angles are angle A and angle C. So we can say that angle D is equal to angle A plus angle C. An exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of its interior opposite angles. You are going to consider the interior angles which are opposite to the exterior angles. So that is equal to angle D equals to angle A plus angle C. Now we have discussed the properties of triangles, and now we'll solve the assignment which has been given to you. Question number 1 is fill in the blanks. Part A, and dash triangle has all angles acute. We have discussed it before, that acute angle triangle is the triangle An acute angled triangle is the triangle in which all the angles are acute. All angles are less than 90 degrees. Part B is the base angles of an dash triangle are equal. The base angles of an equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle are equal. Isosceles triangle is the triangle in which all the only two sides of the triangle are equal in length and their base angles are also equal. We have done this in a discussion before. Part C is all the angles of a dash triangle are different. And the third triangle in which all the angles were different is the Scalene Triangle. Part D is an dash triangle has three acute angles and it's the same. An acute angle triangle has three acute angles. A right angle triangle has dash right angle. There is only one right angle in every right angle triangle, because if there are two right angles, it will not form a triangle. Part F is a triangle with one obtuse angle is called. If there is one obtuse angle, we call it obtuse angle triangle. Part G is the dash of interior angles of a triangle is dash. Part D, we'll start with part D again. And dash triangle has three acute angles. An acute angled triangle has three acute angles. Then part E is a right angle triangle has only one right angle. Part F is a triangle with one obtuse angle is called. We know that when there is one obtuse angle, we call it obtuse angled triangle. Then part G is the dash of interior angles of a triangle is dash. We know the property of the interior angle, that the sum of the interior angle is equal to the sum, is equal to 180 degree. And then the last part H is and dash angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of its dash interior angle, and this is the property of the exterior angle, and exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of its dash opposite interior angles. If you have listened the video carefully, you could have done these blanks very easily, because these all blanks are related to the properties of the triangle and you can do them very easily. As the figures were not clear over there, I have drawn them over here. The first figure shows the interior angle of the triangle, and that is 7A, 5A, 3A. These angles are 7A, 5A, 3A, and we know the property of the triangle, that the sum of the interior angles of the triangle is equal to 180 degrees. So we'll add all these interior angles equal to 180 degree, and we have to write the reason over here. Sum of interior angle of triangle. If you will solve this equation, you can easily find out the value of A over here. I don't think that there is a need to solve this equation. You can easily solve this equation. It's very easy. Now come to question number part 2 of the question number 2. The three interior angles are given to you, 5E, 2E and 3E, and one exterior angle is given to you. First we'll find out the value of E. As we know that the sum of the interior angle of the triangle is equal to 180 degree, the same property. So 5E plus 2E plus 3E equals to 180 degree. We can find out the value of E from here. It is 5, 2, 7, 7 plus 3, 10. E equals to 180 degree. So E is 18 degree. 180 divided by 10, it is 18 degree. Now once you have found out the value of E, we have to find out the value of F. This is the exterior angle, and we have done the property over here that the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of its opposite interior angles. So the exterior angle is F. It is equal to the sum of its opposite interior angles. 3A is not the opposite interior angle, it is the adjacent interior angle. So what are the opposite interior angles? 5E and 2E are the opposite interior angles. Sum of interior angles of triangle. So we can say that f is equal to 7e. As we have found out the value of e, that is 18, we can substitute the value of e over here and we can easily find out the value of f. In question number 3, 3 interior angles are given to you, G, 39H, and one exterior angle is given to you, that is 125. As two interior angles are different, one is G and other is H, so you cannot use the property of the interior angles because at least all the variables should be same. So what we can do, we can use the property of exterior angle over here. The exterior angle is 125 and that is equal to sum of the opposite interior angle. The opposite interior angles are G and 39. So 125 is equal to G plus 39, or G is equal to 125 minus 39. So the value of G is 86 degree. Now we'll come to the point that how to calculate the value of H. Is very easy. We know that this is a straight line and 125 and H are the adjacent angle on a straight line. And we know that the sum of the adjacent angles on a straight line is always equal to 180 degree. Adjacent angles on a straight line. So now we can easily find out the value of H. That would be 180 degree minus 125 degree, and you can easily find out the value of angle H over here. So students, it's not too difficult. If you know the properties of the triangle, the properties of the angles which we have done before, you can easily solve every question. Now we'll discuss question number 4. In question number 4, there are let's name the triangle A, B, C, D. There are two right angle triangles in this triangle. One is triangle BDC. In triangle BDC, three angles are mentioned. Angle G, 45, and the third one is of 90 degree. So in this triangle, if we have to find out the value of angle G, we can find it out. How? We know that if there is a right angle triangle, simply we have to subtract 45 from 90 degree and you will get the value of G. Now we'll move to the other part of the triangle. This triangle is named as ADC. Triangle ADC. Over here we have to find out angle F. The other two angles are 90 degree and 30 degree. So if we want to calculate angle F, we can say that we have to subtract 30 degree from 90 degree and it is 60 degree. Again, this is the property, sum of the interior angles of triangle. In this triangle, two triangles are shown. One is the bigger triangle. Let's suppose we can name it as A, B, and C. And it's an isosceles triangle. There is another small triangle inside the triangle. Again, it's an isosceles triangle. And we have to find out the angle C over here and the angle D over here. Now first we'll solve the small triangle. In the small triangle, these two sides are equal in length. It means that their base angles are also equal. If this is 32 degree, the other angle would also be of 32 degree, and we can find out the third angle. We know that the sum of the angle of the triangle, let's suppose we can name this angle as angle E. So we know that 32 plus 32 plus E is equal to 180 degree, because the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degree. So 32 plus 32 is 64, and we can find out that the value of angle E is 180 minus 64, and it is 160. So we have found out the value of this angle, the third angle of the small triangle, and angle D is the reflex angle of angle E. You can see that it's making a complete circle over here. So angle D is the reflex angle of angle E, and we know that whenever we have to find out the reflex angle, what do? We subtract the angle from 360 degree. So So what will we do? We'll subtract 116 from 360 and you will get the value of angle D. It is 244. Now once we have found out the angle D, we'll come to the next point, and that is we have to find out the value of angle C over here. What is the value of C? For this we'll consider the big triangle A, B and C. In big triangle A, B, C, one angle is given to you and it is 56 degrees. It's an isosceles triangle. The base angles are not given to you. Again, let's suppose that angle A equals to angle C. So the capital one. This one is the, we are not talking about the small letter over here, the angle C over here. So we can say that angle A plus angle A plus 56 is equal to 180 degree. So angle A is 180 minus 56 and it is 124. And when we have to find out the value of angle A, it will be 124 divided by 2, 62. It means that this angle, the whole angle is equal to 62 degree. Again over here, this whole angle is equal to 62 degree, but this angle has been divided into two adjacent angles, 32 degree and C. 62 is comprised of two angles, 32 degree and C. So we have to find out the C. Angle C over here. We can subtract 32 from 62 and we will get the value of angle C over here. The value of angle A was 62 degree. The value of the opposite angle is also same because these are the base angles of the isosceles triangle. And when we have found out the value of angle C, that is 62 degree, we know that it is comprised of 32 degree and the small c over here. We can find out angle C over here. It is 30 degree. We have finished the assignment number 1 over here. Now we'll discuss assignment number 2. I hope you have understood, but if you have any misconceptions or if you have any confusion, you can ask the questions over there in Google Classroom.